This week on our 𝐼𝐻𝐸 truck camper build series, we're installing the awning.
This is the moment of truth.
We also throw as many solar panels on our roof as we possibly can, and we finish off all the little bits and pieces before we pull our tiny home out of the shed where it's lived for the past 3 months. This build proudly supported by Anaconda.
Awning time. This week's going to be a bit of a mix and match between awnings, solar panels, a heap of other stuff. We just need to get this thing finished before we pull it out of this shed. And we're going to start with the awning first up. It's the hardest, so we're going to get the hardest job out of the road first. This is a Thule electric awning. Just because this is going to be so high on the truck, or the top of it, we just thought it might be a bit easier just to push a button and it comes in and out for us. So 3 meters I think this one is, and obviously being electric, it's got electronics on the inside. So that's what I'm going to start with and then move to the outside. Essentially what we've got is a the awning control box, your battery in, your motor out, all that sort of thing. A switch, pretty cool switch actually, and it actually gives you all the little connections too, which is pretty good of them. So what we're going to do in here, we're going to clean up these wires a little bit, but we're going to mount the control box in here that gets hidden, and then run our wires to a switch on the face of this panel, drill a hole through here outside, and then we can sort the awning out. So I'm just going to go through. We've already run our electrical awning wire here, so that's pretty easy. All we're going to have to do is chop them, and then these are just a push fitting, so you just literally push the wire in. We've just got the like the positive and negative wire that goes to the motor, and also, where are we? This little bit will go to the switch, but we got to get the external unit fitted first, and the first thing about doing that is drilling a hole through the wall here, and it's got to come out in the right spot, so we don't mess the camper up when we're patching holes. So I've marked it here. It should just go straight through into the electronic cabinet in there, but we'll see. We're just going to burn through it. It's through. Did we make it? Perfect. Yes, exactly where we wanted it. Boom. So now the wire from the awning will come in through there, boom, into our electrical cabinet, which is good. All right, we're cooking with gas now.
The next stage of this awning install stems from right back to the design phase of this build. We had our awning picked out from the very beginning when we were getting the plans drawn up. And this gave us the opportunity for StyroMAX to put some steel mounting plates into our composite wall panels at the manufacturing stage, giving us the perfect surface to tap some bolts into.
So this is our little tap set, brand newy, and these are the screws that go in. They're 25mm M8. So we've got a 6.5mm drill bit here. So I'm going to burn this through, and then I'll take you up there with the taps, but essentially you just wind the taps in. And that's the tap there. So that's essentially going to make a nut, I guess you could call it, in our steel plate that's up in the wall. And you can sort of see on our plans, this is the steel plates here. So they're 300 by 150. We've got a little one in the middle, and then another big one at the end. So I've measured all them out this morning and marked them and all that sort of thing. So we're just going to drill some holes now and get tapping. Let's see if we get a metal. Oh yes, we do. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to make sure one hole works first before I go and drill all these other ones. I'm going to use the drill, which is not normally how you'd use it. Bit of lube on the end, and I'm actually going to put it in screw mode with a very loose. And then all I'm going to do is go a little bit in, back it out, a little bit in, back it out, and let this thing do the work. that is one tapped hole.
Any screw or bolt on the external of this camper is all marine grade stainless.
I love that. I love when just things work like that. It's perfecto.
So after we knew the tap worked, we proceeded to drill and tap the rest of the mounting holes. What this clip probably doesn't show well is the amount of time it took to line up and get these holes all in the right place.
So what we've done here, we've flicked the line because of this step up and this roof is on a rake. I can't measure off the cappings there. So we flicked a line that's perfectly in line with the other two, just so the awning's straight as. And we're just going to tap the rest of these holes, and then we should be ready to slide it on. We got these little spacer, they're just a 3mm powder coated spacer, just because it sat on the, or whatever you call that, the fender up there, so we have to pack the whole side arch, which I knew was going to happen. Anyway, we're just going to get this last one on, and then I reckon we'll be close to putting an awning on the wall. We're also just putting a little dob of terracin on the screw. That'll just stop everything vibrating, and it'll also weatherproof. Like no water will be able to get in there. Smoko. Good work, 𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐸. You worked through it, eh?
You got you're lucky duck.
So while we're just sitting here having a brew watching 𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐸, this operation would be a hell of a lot harder if you didn't have the foresight, or you didn't know what awning and all that you were getting before you got your panels. Because drilling through that panel and doing stuff on the inside, A, it would look really ugly, and B, it would just take so much time. That was actually a pretty quick process, that, like drilling and tapping into those steel plates. But now, I think the next step, we're going to have to recruit some others, because it's a pretty heavy awning, that. I think it's 20 odd kilos to lift it up, and we've got to feed a wire in and do a few bits and pieces. So, you ready to get people involved?
Yeah, let's do it.
We actually filmed this over the Chrissy break, so we had 𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐸's parents down to help with some of the heavy lifting. It's always a little nerve-wracking if things like the awning will fit, especially when you've already drilled 9 holes in your wall.
Might have to take your end out, sorry. Push the bottom down towards it. Right, then we got to just get the wire through there.
Jim's paying out.
Are you burning, Mum?
Look at the guns. Look at the guns.
Well, how does that look?
That's good.
Looks good.
You got to go, is it centre?
Oh, Nick, this is a thing for you.
Oh, centre as it's ever going to be, I guess.
Yay! You're going to have to make sure, because every time you look at your camper.
I know. I just got to...
What do you think, Lennox?
What do you reckon, Lennox?
Do you think Dad's done a good job in Nanny and Pops? Do you think it's centre? I like your tool belt. Right, you happy?
Yeah.
Your workers can go now?
Yeah, everyone's dismissed.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. And the last little bit here to do is hook the awning wire up to our control box. Put this face panel back on, and flick the switch and see if it works. Ooh! That's exciting! We have an awning!
With our awning now operational, with a push of a button, all there was to do was put a couple of leg catches on, and we were on to our solar panels.
Should sit in there, that locks in place. That's it. We have an awning. I sort of like this awning. All the ends here are all metal. To be honest, we never really use an awning, but I thought, oh, we'll just put one on just in case. I like that.
Good morning, another day. We're back in here, and we're another day closer to hopefully getting this on the back of the truck and finished.
Solar's today.
Yeah.
We're going to try and fit 1,000 watts on a 11-foot camper. That's what we're trying to do here, Elena. So this is what we're dealing with. This is the Projector 200 watt panel, and we've got 5 of these. They weigh around 10, 11 kilos each. But essentially we've made our own brackets. We've painted one side of them, we've ground the other, and they're going to go on the sides, and then there's going to be some little ones holding the ends up.
These angles we're using to fix our solar panels down are just regular aluminium angles cut down into the size we wanted and then painted. We're doing it this way instead of buying solar brackets just to save a little bit of extra money.
We painted black, and then the side where it's going to glue down onto the top of the camper, I ground back so it's got a nice bond with the glue. But essentially that, we're going to do one side to this and glue, and then this other channel will go onto the roof with the pop rivet in it. So we're just going to do these two, which is the front section. See how we go, to be honest.
Like everything in this build, a mixture of adhesives and mechanical fixings we're using to fasten these panels to the roof. And we're also doing as much of this down on the ground to minimise our time up on our roof.
There's a rivet stuck in there. It's a good start to the morning, isn't it? Pliers, where are they? Len, you cleaned up yesterday and I don't know where anything is.
Oh, Nick.
Alright, we've got our panel sorted. Oh, all our gear up here. The next stage is to put some panels up. But first we've got to put, the cables have obviously come through the roof, but we've got to make a nice little do of it, make it all waterproof. So this is what we're going to do for our wires that are already run through the roof here. But essentially 2 panels here, and then we're going to try and get 3 along the back. We'll see if it works. If not, we'll just go 2, and we'll settle for 800. But yeah, so we're just going to clean this whole area with metho and everything, so everything sticks nicely to the roof here, and sort this out first, and then we can run our wires sort of how we want them. I think we're going to put them along the back here, sort of go like that, run them to that panel, and then put everything in 𝐸𝐻𝐿. This is what's it called when you're UV rated 𝐸𝐻𝐿. So you've got to use UV rated stuff on the roof, otherwise it'll just perish. Alright, so we're measuring them out so that both, everything's the same. So when the drone's up in the air, when you're looking down on it, we know that it's all going to be symmetrical.
Is that for you, or?
It's mainly for me, yes. So what we're going to do, we're terracing, and then on this side 3 pop rivets. I want to minimise the amount of holes we're putting in the roof, if we can. It's always a good thing to do that, I reckon. A nice healthy bead. And then I'm inverting these so the screws will be on the inside, just because it looks a hell of a lot neater. Probably harder to do, but a nice suction going. Like this little bit though, I want to fit off bits or not.
I like cleaning. I like seeing it come together. I think for a while there it just felt like nothing was sort of happening.
Boring.
It was a bit boring.
We're only putting 3 rivets in the roof per solar panel. Like we said, just to minimise the time we penetrate the roof. It's not a bad idea if you are going to use pop rivets to use sealed pop rivets, as well as putting a dab of sealant over the top of it when it's fastened.
I'm going to seal all the way around this, so no water can get in, and on the top of the rivets, because if you have open-ended rivets like this, water will leak through the rivets
Once we had one of our angles in place to locate the panels, we brought the first one up and connected our 70 amp solar wires up to the panel. We're soldering and heat shrinking our connections along with covering the wires in a chemical.
Can't handle a hose.
Yeah. You want to give it a go? You might be better.
After all the wires are solid, all we're doing is gluing and riveting the panels into place.
What's happening with this? Is it going?
I'm just going to tell you when you can put it down. Right, go.
No, I'm just concerned about this.
Yeah, it's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. That end's down. That's it, one solar panel in. So essentially we just got to hook the other one up and then hook them up to our solar controller. Young Finley.
The install for all the solar panels is pretty well the same, so there isn't any point showing you each individual panel. But it does get a little more complex running the wires, especially in the back section above the buoys.
Well, the back two are done. We couldn't fit the three. It won't fit, so with the Starlink, because we need to find a spot for the Starlink.
Yeah.
So we might get a smaller panel.
Yeah, we might just get a shorter panel because the Starlink will essentially sit where you're sitting.
Where I am.
Yeah, and then we'll see if we can get a smaller panel. If not, I'm
Doesn't
not too
matter.
worried about it. 800 is pretty good for this size camper, so
Yeah. And alright, well let's do this Starlink thing and then...
yeah, let's do it. So this is what we're doing for the Starlink mounting on the camper. And we had to find a solution because we want to have Starlink on the camper and then also on our boat when it's built, so we'll be able to change it from the camper to the boat or the boat to the camper. And we met Adam and his family of Smart Touring Systems back at a four-wheel drive show a couple of years ago. They're actually local to us as well, and they make this Starlink Mini quick mount, and it's locked. Adam set us up here. Get out keys. So it's lockable, so no one can steal your Starlink Mini. This one comes with an acrylic cover, and essentially wires come through the back here. You open it up, you plonk your Starlink Mini in here, put your acrylic cover over your Starlink Mini, and then close it up. And we've got another one of these, so we've got a set, one for the camper, one for the boat. So all we're going to do is mount this one to the camper, mount another one to the boat, and we just take our Starlink Mini out from each. So it's a pretty cool system, and it's just supporting another local family, another YouTuber like us, Smart Touring Systems. So yeah, cool. So we're just drilling a couple of holes. But essentially it mounts to any sort of roof rack system, but obviously we're mounting to a flat surface, so we're just drilling a couple of holes for our countersunk rivets again to punch into the roof. Bit of black glue.
Oh, I don't know if that's in the middle, Nikki.
It's not. Now it is though. You're always getting better, Aleня.
I know.
Like real better.
I'm learning lots on this build.
Alright, now we just got to put some pop rivets in it, and that's
Dunsky.
pretty simple, eh? Couple of pop rivets, and that's it. That's done. A quick release for our Starlink. Alright, and then after this, we've got to go get some wires for our solar to finish this solar off because we didn't have enough. We're going to go into town, get this solar panel, get more wires, and then probably tomorrow we'll run and finish off that wiring right down into its solar controller. Yeah?
Yep. We need to get little tags to tag things. Because I'll lose these.
Yeah, actually, do you want to? I'll leave them in here so we know it's.
Do you want them in the top drawer where all
top,
the keys
yeah,
are?
Yeah, fair call.
Yeah.
Can you just chuck me your little blower up here? I'll blow everything down.
Oh, we blower.
Yeah.
Again, Nicky.
Well, no, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff on the roof. And then...
You're loving me blower.
I do like the blower. Alright, so the wiring for the solar panel, and don't mind all the wires in here, I've still got to tidy it all up. But essentially, down here there's a little a fuse block. That's what I'm going to run all the positive wires off the solar panels to, and then just have one big wire going to our solar controller, which is this one up here. And so essentially it'll go up through the back here, through the roll into the fridge cavity, and then all the way up through the roof in the kids' bedroom area, and then it's going to go up through a bit of corro, up through the kids' roof area, and then to the panels themselves.
This was definitely the hardest bit of our solar install. Solar wire, because of its insulation values, is a lot more stiff than normal DC wire. So getting all these bunch of wires through the desired holes was a bit of a challenge.
This is the positive pile and this is the negative, and I can't mess it up, Nick said. So when the boss tells me to put tape on and cut it, that's what I'll do.
Don't buck the system, 𝐬𝐻𝐸.
No, well, I'm trying to help. You just got to be clear and concise with your instructions.
I was clear. So you wouldn't have seen this section yet, and it's actually going to be next week's episode. This is the kids' bedroom, the second story of this camper, and it's pretty cool. It all worked out just perfectly. But essentially there's going to be a canvas skirt all the way around this. So we need to get our wires. Obviously this is above the fridge at the moment. We've come through, brought our wires through. We've got 3 more of these to run, but they'll go in this conduit and then up through the roof, through there. Nice weather tight seal on the top. Got our own little adjustable workbench too. Get it to the right height and I'll be able to sit on here and just do everything from here.
Once we had all the solar wires run up to the roof of our second story abode, the process was much the same as the front panels. Roof penetration, cut the wires, solder the wires and tidy everything up so it all looks neat from above.
I got all the way through. I just connected all the solar panels up there, like up the top connections, and I forgot the Starlink. Now this is from Camper Van Builders, I'm pretty sure, and what it is, it makes a 12 volt input to a 30 volt output. So your Starlink needs up to 30 volts to run properly. So this is the little gizmo we're using to do that. But we've got to get that sucker through the roof somehow. And I've already just glued everything up the top, so I'm going to see if I can
Jam it up there.
just jam it.
It is hot. I'm trying to help, hey. But it's just a real struggle. Alright, do you want me to jam her and you get up the top? Or what do you want to do?
I better jam it. Can't switch roles, eh?
Funny man, Nicky.
Hey?
You're going delusional.
Me? It's heat stroke.
I know.
There's just fat chance we're getting it through there.
Wait, no, fat chance.
Yeah. What I'm gonna drill a hole next to it.
Because do we need that actually, that wire
This one?
for the boat?
Yeah, I've got another one for the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it, Nicky.
Alright, and then this little do-whacker can mount there. Alright, let's pluck up the carriage, 𝐬𝐻𝐸.
What are you thinking about?
Well, I've got about a square about 70 by 70 up there.
Oh no.
I don't know which way it's sitting, so if I drill this, I could just drill a hole straight through the roof.
Do you want to get up and have a look? And like measure it with the tape?
That'd probably be the smart option. Yep. I was going to burn through it then and just guess, but I won't. I'm going to measure.
No, we're nearly, we're so close. Nick's just got up there and said, oh no, 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 no. Can I open this roof hatch? What's oh no, no, no?
We've got to go through 2 roofs. And
What do you mean?
what's that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
take a shot.
Ooh, a bit of upskirt.
So that wasn't a bit, that was the whole thing. Yeah, this because it comes through real nice.
So what you thinking?
I'm thinking it's like pack up time, go home. Attack it tomorrow. Get it, I might be.
No, for as long as we've been together, that wouldn't be an option because you'd be thinking about it.
Alright, I need that drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a smaller drill bit.
Oh God.
Can you hear the kids going nuts?
This little Starlink wire was literally the hardest of wires to install.
What we've done, we've put a hole beside it and hopefully Elenia can poke it up through. Nah?
No.
You're not a good jammer.
I am jamming.
You're not a good jammer.
It gets to like, I jam those first 2 and then it's that
And get stuck towards the end. Ah, yes, we got it.
Got it? Can you pull it?
Can always pull it. Alright. So that will go into our black tube eventually. Now I've got to get through this roof. Alright. We have got the Starlink through both roof sections. And now we should be able to hide it through here. I didn't get to finish it yesterday, it just got too hot here in the shed, so I finished it last night actually, finished it off, but essentially all it is, all the wires come down here through the back of the fridge. This is the negative terminal, they all terminate to the negative. One wire goes up here into the solar controller, and then this is all, each panel comes into here, and then one wire again up the top there. And I've got to put a cover over all that still, but if any panel ends up having a drama up there, there'll be a little red light come up here on our little fuse block, and we'll know exactly which panel it is. So that's pretty well the solar install done for this. It's all connected, it's reading up there, it's not putting any amps in obviously because it's in the shed, but it is reading at the right voltage. So yeah, I think we're going to move on to some of the other things we've got lingering around the place, but pretty well we're getting close.
Over the course of this build, we have done a few things that we haven't been 100% happy with, and people have suggested better ways of doing things than we have. So we've taken it all on board and we're going to spend the next few days and nights sorting them all out before the camper gets pulled out of this shed.
We've just put some gas struts on this overhead cabinet. Some little gas struts. They're from Onyx or something. They're online. Little hidden catches. So these overheads, they don't look from the surface like they have a handle. Some of our viewers gave some really good feedback on some of our episodes, and one viewer in particular said this is their idea. I can't take credit for this. They actually said to put an aluminium plate near your hinge, because over corrugations and all that, no matter what it is, chipboard, this sort of composite panel and all that, they sort of rattle, the screws loosen, you're always doing screws up. So with what I've done, I routed out the composite panel, put a 3mm thick alley plate there, glued that up in there, so recessed it in, and then glued the hinge plate onto that alley strip and then screwed, so tapped into that alley. So hopefully these things will not move at all.
All these little nicks and knacks really bring the camp to life, especially a little bit of upholstery.
Right, first one. And hopefully we've used black because we've got a bit of leftover black. Hopefully it doesn't squirt out. We'll put some tape on this just to make sure it doesn't move, because I want this line to be schmicko. So so it doesn't move with the glue overnight. That'll hold that corner into position. On to the last job of the night. I'm not actually sure what this is called. It's from StyroMAX, so the panel supplier. And it's just a capping, so to cap off this sort of bed upright, this upright here keeps our mattress into place. So we're just going to finish it off. I guess it's like an edge banding. It's got sticky double-sided tape that it sticks on with. And we're going to stick it on. And then tomorrow when we're doing the final sealant, we'll run a bead of silicone along here just to really seal the deal. But it should just be as simple. Should be. This is the last night of the last job of the night. Just peel the back off and then stick it on like that. That's it for tonight. That's been a pretty big day, that. We are getting closer and closer. Something like that. We made it tight so it keeps this bottom cushion on as well.
With the internals of the camper all completed, we turned our focus to the external bits.
So our cover is ready to go in over our water tanks and pipes and all that sort of thing. Everything's tidied up, everything's strapped down, everything's got angle holding the water tanks down so it's not going anywhere. So this water tank cover, it's actually perforated, so we've got the guys at Muras to take perforations or material out of the sheet just so it cuts down the weight, because if you do this every time you do a bit of sheet alley work or something like that, you could possibly save about 100 kilos over the total weight of the camper. So I'm going to slide this in, fix it down, fix it to the wall with some glue and some nice big pop rivets, and then that is the water system pretty well done, and I can move out of this area and underneath the caravan. Here she is, the big girl. She's in, look.
That looks good.
Yeah, how good does it look? Put heaps of stuff up there now, eh? I was getting a bit worried about storage, but that'll be heaps.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the table and the chairs.
Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
Alright,
I got to climb under the thing and finish off the water and drainage.
Yeah.
So the next little job on the hit list is finally hooking the washing machine up. I had to get a few fittings to make the, I think this is a 4mm or a 1/4 inch pipe to fit everything, and I'll show you what we did. We took everyone's advice on board and we actually redid all this plumbing under here, or the whole plumbing really. Everything now has the clips and the inserts in the tube, and also we've put a plastic, we took all this out, re-drilled the holes and put plastic sort of buffers so the pipe doesn't rub through, and that's on all of this. So we do value everyone's input, and we've took everyone's advice for that one. So yeah, I'm just gonna pretty well tidy up all this, put some hose clamps up just to keep everything up and nice and tidy, and then it's probably one more job done, and then I've got to sort out sort of what this diesel heater and diesel hot water is doing.
Whilst I was underneath, 𝐬𝐻𝐸 was up top, giving the camper a head-to-toe clean before its last little bit of silicone work.
The very last job we have to do before we pull this camper out of the shed is the silicone work. Now 𝐬𝐻𝐸's just spent an hour in here just wiping down everything, and absolutely everything's clean, spotless. And now we're going to silicone. So I just like to leave it till the last so there's no dirt, grime and stuff getting in your silicone. And can't go past a good quality silicone, I reckon. Something that's mold resistant, especially in wet areas, kitchens, all that. We're just using an Ardex one, which is what tilers normally use. This one is ultra white for colour. And essentially we're just going to do the kitchen area. Got to do all these trims because I just like the way it looks with a bit of silicone. These trims have already been done, all that section's done, and then we've just got to do the bathroom. So there's probably a good couple of hours of silicone work in here, and if you've watched this before, we just use a bit of dishwashing liquid and a paddle pop stick to get that nice perfect round in the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then that's probably going to round this episode out.
The silicone work on a caravan or camper, even a house, is one of the most crucial finishing touches you can do, and it's often overlooked. We did every single gap we could see, especially where the cabinetry met the flooring, just to eliminate any annoying squeaking.
Alright, she's all siliconed up. It smells, I love the smell of silicone. Bathroom's done. This living area is done, not that it's that big, but there's actually a fair bit of ceiling when you think about, yeah, all the joins in here. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. Next week, you'll actually see this section up here be put on, which is the kids' bedroom, and that's a pretty cool, interesting episode. So you got that to come, and then the following week, this will be pulled out of this shed and married up with Susie. So we're that close, it's not funny. For us, it's going to be about a week, but for you guys, it's going to be about 2 or 3 episodes later. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with us for this build, and see you next week.